everybody, welcome back to Real Good Pilates. I'm Michelle, and today I have for you a super fun foam roller Mat Pilates workout. It's going to be a nice, well-rounded, full body class, and we're going to get in some really fun exercises with nice variations thanks to the roller. We get some nice ability to glide back and forth along the mat. We also get some nice wobbliness and instability to really challenge our muscles a little bit differently. So I hope you love it. Let's get right into it with a kneeling warm-up. So let's face your roller, have it going sideways across your mat like so. And then we're going to go into a bit of a cat stretch. You're going to place the tips of your fingers onto the roller about shoulder width apart. If your shoulders are feeling on the tighter side, you can place your hands a little bit wider than shoulders. Back is in a nice long neutral. Now as you inhale, you're going to roll the roller forward and drop your chest down. So your ears end up right about between your shoulders. Find a nice length through the spine. You can lengthen the upper back a little bit extra, dropping your chest to the floor. And then as you breathe out, you're going to round your back, curl your spine into a C shape as you roll the roller back under your fingertips. And then we do that again. You lengthen, you open the chest, stick your tailbone out behind you so you're slightly extended. And then you're going to round your back, recruit those abdominals to fold the spine. Do that a couple more times. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale to curl up. Good, you guys. So the more weight that's in your arms, the more challenging this is going to be on the shoulders. If you carry more of the weight back in your legs, then it's a little bit less intense on the shoulders, more of a stretch and less super effort through the upper body. So you kind of distribute your weight how feels best to you. Now this time you're going to press down into that bottom extension and stay. Now pull your body up through the arms, extending your upper spine, and look at the wall in front of you, and then drop back to look at the floor. So now we maintain the extension. Maybe we even increase it through the upper spine as we lift, and then we lower down. Good. Really feel those lats and armpits connect to lift your chest up and out, and then lower back down. Let's do this a couple more times. Feel your abs staying strong to support your lower back. Last two, lift and pull, and then release and lower. Good. Two more. Lift. And then release. Whew. So good. Last one. Lift and extend. Press back to the floor one last time. And then just fold your body back. You can sit on your heels and come all the way up. Okay, now one last thing here. We're going to get a diagonal reach to get a little bit better stretch on one side at a time. So now you can come back up off your heels a little bit. Take your right hand and you're going to place it off towards the left side of the roller. Your left hand is going to be on the floor and your back can start in a rounded position. And then you're just going to let the roller drift away from you and drop your body towards the ground. And then you're going to curl to come back up. My arm that is on the floor, that elbow is going to bend as I press out and then stretch as I come in. Yeah? And feel free to kind of play around with this. You want to try to feel like you're in a little bit of a side bend at the bottom of that stretch. So you should feel a nice opening through the right side of your rib cage and your waistline. Yeah, let's do that two more times. Really leaning over to the left, opening up through that right side body. And then you can come in and let's do that on the other side. So left hand goes to the right edge of the roller. Lean over to the left a little bit with the ribs, and then we press the roller forward and then back. Good. Press and then curl. So I'm dropping and lengthening my spine at the bottom, and then I'm rounding and curling to pull back. That's it. All while kind of trying to shove my rib cage to the left and get that added stretch. Good, you guys. Last one. Whew. And then you can come all the way up. Very good. Okay, turn your roller long ways on your mat now, and we are gonna lay our spine all the way along the roller, okay? If your roller is on the firmer side and it's a little uncomfortable to lay on or sit on, you can always grab a towel or a blanket or something folded up, lay that over the roller, and it'll make it a little bit more cushioned for you, okay? So you're gonna sit down towards the bottom end of your roller. So you have all this roller behind you. And then you're going to carefully lay your spine back on it. You want both your tailbone and your skull to be supported by the roller. You should feel the roller kind of sitting right in between your shoulder blades. Okay, so now let's reach our arms up towards the ceiling. Feel your feet firmly planted about hip width distance apart. The narrower your feet are, the harder this is to balance and not fall to the floor. So kind of find your sweet spot. Feel your ribs heavy and your spine neutral. Now lift your arms up towards the ceiling, and we're just going to take a couple of arm circles here. Which feels super, super nice. We get almost a little bit of a massage for the muscles in between the shoulder blades here. So you inhale as you circle up, exhale as you circle down by your hips, and just draw the biggest circle that you comfortably can. You want your hands to stay slightly off of the floor. Good. You should feel a nice length through your chest, your pecs, the front of your shoulders. Let's do one more here. It's also a good chance to kind of get familiar with how to keep yourself balanced on the roller. Now let's reverse. So you'll feel little tiny micro shifts through the weight in your feet here. So kind of always trying to be one step ahead. So we're nice and stable and not falling to the floor. Good. Let's do this one more time. Feel those shoulder blades gliding around the roller. Oh, so good. Okay, lovely. Now we're going to take our hands behind our head. You want your elbows just slightly in the corners of your vision. And we're going to go into some ab preps here. So we're going to try to keep our low back neutral. So there's going to be a slight space between your lower back and the roller the whole time. Take a breath in. On your exhale, you're going to nod your chin towards your chest and flex your upper spine off of the roller. So get those shoulder blades to really come off. You're going to inhale and hold it. On your exhale, you lay your spine back down onto the roller and then take an inhale to reset. We go again. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to stay. Exhale, we roll back down. Inhale to release into your neutral. Good. Couple more times. So looking right over your kneecaps as you curl up, make sure that your knees aren't knocking together or splaying out to the sides. Good. Let's do this a couple more times. Feel those shoulder blades spread wide apart from each other. And then we lower down. Good. This is not easy. We're taking more of our body away from the roller, which makes things even less stable. If you're having trouble, maybe take your feet a little bit wider apart from each other. And then we come back down. Good. Let's do this 2 more times. So holding up there as we take a breath in really, really challenges those abdominals. And then we come back to the mat. Good. Do that 1 more time. Curling up. Get those shoulder blades to widen. And then come all the way down. So good, you guys. All right, we're going to seriously add on some challenge now. We're going to start adding a single leg lift. So I want you to take your right hand down to the floor next to your roller. If your elbow is off the ground and straight, it's much harder. If you're struggling, you can bend your elbow and rest your forearm onto the mat. So let's just try. Take a couple of tester tabletop lifts here. Take your right leg up to tabletop, see how your balance handles it, and then roll through the foot and place it back down. Let's do that again. Exhale to hover the leg up, hinging from the hip, and then we lower back down. That's a lot of work for this tricep on the arm that's onto the floor. Very good. Let's do that 1 more time. Try to stay centered on the roller. Now, when the leg comes up to tabletop, we're also going to crunch the body up to meet it in that same curl that we found before, and then we release back down with control. The slower, the better. Exhale to come up, inhale to come down. So now we're just going in a 2-count pattern. So exhale to fold, and then inhale to return down. Good. The hand and the foot that are on the floor are your main points of support. So really press hard into them. Do one more time. And then let's switch sides. So replace the hand behind the head. Now it'll be your left hand onto the floor. Let's start with just the left leg, doing a couple tabletop lifts. So we float up and then we float down. Good. Just kind of getting reacquainted on this new side. Very good. If you feel like you're losing your balance, take your hand that's on the floor a little wider away from the roller, and that will widen your base of support. Okay, now let's add the ab curl up to meet the leg, and then we lower down. Good. Make sure you're not coming up too high. You want to keep your bottom ribs down and keep that curve in your lower back. So it's truly just your upper spine that's moving. Your low back is staying stable. Let's do 2 more times. Crunch. Good. Keep that chin off the chest. Last one. And then you can replace all the way down. Whew. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of a pattern. We're going to take both hands behind the head. We're going to do 4 regular crunches with both hands behind the head. And then we're going to do 4 of our single leg crunches, 4 of our center crunches, 4 of our opposite side single leg crunches. We're going to roll through that as a pattern. And everything's just going to be a 2-count breath. So exhale when you come up, inhale when you come down, okay? So it's going to be a lot of coordination and moving parts, but we can do it. So here we go, hands behind the head. Inhale to get ready. On your exhale, you're going to crunch up. Inhale, lay back. We'll do 3 more. Curl, and then down. So good. 2 more. Watch the tracking of those legs as you crunch up. 1 more. Now set the head down. Right hand goes to the floor. Now the right leg is lifting and lowering. 4 times. Lift and lower. Good. 2 more. Crunch and down. Last one. Now as I place the foot down, I take both hands to my head for another 4 and down. I have both feet to help me. Good. Last 2. Chin is lifted. Last 1. Now I find my left hand to the floor. Left leg lifts to tabletop. Good. Curl and lower. If you need to take this slower for better balance, you do that. 1. Let's do 1 more set. 2 hands to head to curl and lower. Good. 3. Whoo, we got it. 2 more. Crunch. And last 1. Right hand to the floor. Right leg tabletop lifts. 3. Good. Last 2. Coordinate that upper and lower body. Now 2 hands to the head for 4. Good. For 3. We can do it, you guys. Almost done. 2. Whew. Last 1. Left hand to the floor. Left leg crunches. And down. 3. 2 more. Curl. Last 1. Now we'll do 1 final set of both hands to head and lower. Good. Crunch and lower. 2 more. And last 1. And then you can lay your body down and relax. Woo. Okay. Just slither your body off to the side till you find the floor. Push the roller out of the way and come down to your back. Reach your arms and your legs away from each other. And find a big reach. Good. Stretch it out. Oh, that was a lot of abs, you guys. Nicely done. Okay, roll over and come on up. Okay, so now we're going to go into some bridging. So working the lower body, the glutes, and our hamstrings. So we're going to lay down on the mat on your back. And you're going to have your arches of your feet on top of the roller with it going side to side across your mat. Okay, so you're going to place your feet onto it. So kind of arches of the feet curling over the arc. Be about hip bone distance apart with your arms down by your sides. Okay, so now get to your neutral spine. Lower back is slightly curved. We're going to take a breath in and start small here. Don't let your roller move. As you exhale, you're just going to hover your neutral spine up, maybe about an inch. Stay there and take a breath in. And then as you exhale, just touch your tailbone back to the mat. Inhale to reset. Do that again. Exhale. I'm going to move my hands just so you can see. I'm keeping my lower back curved and barely lifting my tailbone up and off. And then replace the tail back to the mat. Good. Do that a couple more times. So I'm not tucking and rolling. I'm just picking my back up in the shape that it's in. And then we lower back down. Do that a couple more times. So if you had a little teeny tiny teacup on the front of your pelvis, when you lift it up, it wouldn't spill because I'd be keeping that level position, and then come back down. Good. Let's do this 3 more times. So really lighting up that back chain of the body. Feel your glutes, feel your back muscles helping to maintain that curve, and then we come back down. All right, let's do this 1 more time. Hover your hips up. Now we're going to stay here. Keep your back this same height off of the mat, and very, very slowly you're going to straighten your legs, flex your feet. Get your legs as straight as you comfortably can. Roller is traveling forward. Now I roll the roller back underneath me and pause, and then I replace my hips back on the mat. We do that again. Exhale to hover. Inhale to hold it. Exhale. If your knees don't straighten all the way, that's okay. Go as far as you can go without losing control. You bend the knees and pull the roller back towards your sitting bones, and then you replace the hips down. Good. Couple more times. Lift up. Now your body stays in this exact same position. I keep my tailbone that same distance from the mat. I bend the knees to return, and then I lower down. Okay, let's do that 2 more times. Lift, maintain that neutral position all throughout. Push away, bend to return, and then replace the glutes down. Do that 1 more time. Lift up, reach away. Good. Really get that full leg extension if you can. Now this time we're going to go continually for some extra curls. So hold up and stay, and you're just going to straighten the legs and bend the legs. Find a pace that works for you, something that's challenging, but not so challenging that you lose control. Ooh, those hammies are working. Let's do 3 more. Roll it out, roll it in. So good. 2 more. Roll it out, roll it in. Last one. Come all the way in and replace your hips on the mat. Whew. Okay, drop side to side. Good, you guys. All right, now we're going to go for a little bit more challenging version. Now we're going to articulate the spine and roll up into a high bridge. If that makes your hamstrings cramp or is too challenging, come back to this low hover version that we were just doing. The timing of the rolling out and in is going to be the same. So here we go. Feet on the roller, arms are down. You don't want the roller to start too close to your sitting bones. You want to be able to get the whole arch of your foot wrapped around it. All right, now let's start without the roller moving. So that's a challenge all on its own. You're going to feel like you pull your heels towards you like a 1/2 inch, and that's going to lock the roller into place. Now I'm going to tuck my tail under and articulate my spine off of the mat, driving my hips up to this long diagonal from knees to hips to shoulders. Inhale and hold it. Exhale to melt back down from top to bottom of my spine, and then I inhale to relax. Do that again. Exhale. I drag the heels a 1/2 inch towards me, lock it in, and then I scoop and lift. Try not to let the roller waver underneath you. And then on your exhale, you melt back down and release. Good, you guys. Couple more times. Lock in the roller, scoop under, push into the backs of your arms to find more space through your chest. And then we lower down. Good, you guys. Let's do that 2 more times. So now we're articulating, sequentially feeling each little vertebrae peel off of the mat. And then we lower down. Okay, now the next time we roll up, we're going to stay and hold it. Inhale in that bridge. Now I'm going to straighten my legs, lower my hips down to touch the mat. Now bend my knees, lift all the way back to the high bridge and hold, and then I articulate my spine back to the floor. Ooh, that was tricky. Let's do that again. Exhale to scoop and roll. Inhale, hold your bridge. Now exhale, slowly straighten the legs. Don't just thump down. Lightly set your cheeks on the mat. Then as you bend your knees, you lift everything up as soon as you can to that high bridge, and then you roll back down. Whew, let's do that a couple more times. Now, if you want to make this harder, you just don't touch your cheeks to the mat. They get close, but they don't touch. You roll out without touching, lift back up high, and then roll all the way down. So you have either version. Pick the one that works best for you. If you touch your cheeks, it gives you like a millisecond of rest before you come back up to the top, and then we roll back down. Good. Let's try that 2 more times. Scoop and lift, knees driving forward. We reach out. We pull in and up and then lower down. Whew, not easy. 1 more time. So now we get a little bit more intense connection to the backs of the legs than we did in that lower version earlier. Good. Now this time we're going to try continual rolls of the roller back and forth. So we come up and stay. Here we go. We straighten the legs and go high bridge. Straighten the legs, high bridge. And it's up to you whether your cheeks touch the floor or not. We'll do 4 more. Lift. Get those glutes up high. 3. Almost done. 2. Last 1. Pause in your bridge and then roll your spine down to the mat. Whew, so good. Okay, shake it out. Bring your knees into your chest. Very good, you guys. Okay, come on up. We are going to keep the roller going sideways across our mat, but we're going to come onto our stomachs and do a little breaststroke series. So working our back muscles here. Lay yourself down with the roller in front of you on your stomach with your wrists on top of the roller. Okay, you might have to adjust how high or how low the roller starts on your arm. You can either have your palms facing each other or facing the floor, whatever is more comfortable. And then turn your legs out, have them about hip width apart. And then you're going to look right down at your mat. Ears are between your shoulders. Push your feet into the ground and draw your abs up and into your spine, squeezing your glutes. Okay? So now we're just going to start with some really small breaststroke lifts for just our upper spine. So starting small, we're going to breathe in, draw the shoulder blades down, and roll the roller a couple inches towards you, and then roll it back away. And we do that again. Inhale. I glide my shoulder blades down and back, and then release and lower. Good. So I keep my lower back and my lower body totally strong as is. And then just from the rib cage up is where we're getting this nice movement. Let's do that 2 more times. Up and then away. So good. 1 more time. Now you're going to stay up in your breaststroke lift and bend and stretch your elbows for 3 and then away. Put as much pressure into the roller as you can. 2. Very good. Holding your back where it is. 1. Now reach the arms out and lower your body back down. Good. If you felt like you lost the roller a little bit, start with it closer to your elbows. Now let's try again. We lift our body up, plug those armpits down and in, and then we roll the roller back and forth, squeezing under the arms. 3. Good. Just bring it under your nose. Good. Now roll it forward and then lower the body down. Couple more times. Lift up just high enough so that the roller can clear underneath your chin. 2. Elbows in and back. 1. Reach out and then lower down. Do that 1 more time. The harder you push into the roller, the more active you're going to feel under those arms. 2. And last 1. Reach out and then lay your body down. So good. Okay, now we're going to try a little bigger back extension. So we're going to start with the elbows bent. Have the roller right underneath your nose. Fingertips are on top of the roller. Now, you're going to lift your belly button up into your spine, straighten your arms, and come up into the biggest lift you can through your back. Bend your elbows and lower down. Do that again. Straight arms to lift, bent arms to lower. So you have to squeeze the glutes and gather those abs up from the start. Maybe even your hip bones come away from the floor if you have that mobility available to you. We're just going to do 4 more. Big extension and down. Last 3 and down. 2 more. Super straight legs. Last one. Lift and then come all the way down. Whew. All right, sit back on your heels. Take a nice shell stretch, curling up into a ball. Oh, very good, you guys. Okay, next we are going to hold the roller in our hands and go into a roll-up series. So start down on your mat. You're going to be holding the roller. Your feet are about the width of your mat apart with your ankles flexed. And then get your spine nice and neutral. Hold the roller on either end and then reach the arms back on the diagonal. Okay, now here we go. We're gonna lift the arms towards the ceiling. Let's just try a prep for now. Exhale, you're gonna curl just your head and shoulders forward, reaching the roller over your thighs. Now keep your body how it is and reach your arms back overhead and then just roll your spine down and voila, your arms are back where we started. Now we do that again. Lift the arms on an inhale. Exhale, nod the chin. Keep your low back neutral, upper back rounded. Lift the arms over your head and then lay back down. Okay, now you can stay at just the preps, or we're going to try the full exercise now. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, nod the chin. Let the roller help you. Squeeze your butt cheeks, and you're going to roll all the way up and over. Take the roller over your feet, and then you're just going to reverse that. Tuck back under, roll away from your legs, and then lift the arms up overhead. Let's do that again. We lift the arms, we nod the chin. You want to press your lower back into the mat, imprint, so you smoothly roll up and forward, and then you reverse that, tuck through your lower spine, and then reach overhead. Good, you guys. Do that a couple more times. Arms lift. Exhale, scoop the tail under and reach forward. You want to keep your arms parallel to the floor as you reach over the legs, so you're supporting through the shoulders. Okay, now this time we're going to add on a little variation. If you're game to try, once you fold over your legs, we're going to pause here. Roll your back up to straight, lift the arms overhead. Now as you roll down, the roller is over the crown of your head, which is more challenging. And then we end up back at the start position. Do that again. Lift the arms, carve through those abdominals to dive over the legs. Roll your body up, reach the roller overhead, and keep it over the crown of your head as you roll to the floor. Good, you guys. If that variation isn't working for you, feel free to go back to the prior version. Good. All right, we've got one more challenge to layer on. So give it a try. If it doesn't work, you can always take a step back. So we're going to come up to seated just like we did, but now arms are up. We're going to hinge with a flat back. See how far you can lean back. Once you can't go any further, then you can tuck under and roll to the floor. Do that again. So just a little bit different work for those abdominals. Once we come up tall, keep your back flat and lean, opening the hips, and then roll to the floor. Whew, so good, you guys. Let's do 2 more times. Play around with your range of motion. Whichever version of the exercise you're doing is fantastic. Let's do 1 more. We can do it. Round over. Come on up. And then lower down. Whew. So good. Okay, relax. Oh. All right, roll over to your side to come all the way up. Awesome, you guys. Okay, we have one last little segment. We're going to do a little plank and push-up combo with the help of the roller. So get onto your hands and knees. You're gonna have the roller going long ways on your mat, and you're gonna have it off to one side underneath one of your hands, okay? And you kind of want it forward enough so that the roller isn't gonna bump into your legs. So you're gonna be on all fours, one hand on the roller, one hand on the ground. If your knees are apart, it'll be a little easier. If your knees and ankles are together, it's gonna be harder. So you pick, and then wherever your knees are, you wanna press your hips forward so you're in more of a plank with your hips open, okay? Now the roller is gonna want to go side to side, so you have to really use your wrist and forearm muscles to lock it in. Now, try to even out your shoulders. Your elbow that's on the foam roller won't ever get all the way straight, and that's okay. So we're gonna go for a couple of push-ups here with our staggered hands, and then up. Let's say we're gonna do 4. Down and up. Let's do 2 more. You wanna keep your shoulders level with each other. Your arms won't match perfectly. Down and up. Now just smoothly roll the roller. Try to keep your hips forward under the other hand. Replace your new hand to the mat. And now we do 4 on this side. Down and up. 3. Keep your head and neck lifted. 2. Last one. Let's do that one more time. Side to side. Smoothly roll the roller. And then 4. Hips and shoulders square. 3. Squeeze your glutes. 2. And 1, roll it and switch seamlessly to the other side. It's kind of fun. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then let's pause and take a break. Whew. Amazing. Okay, you can either repeat that if that was hard enough, or we're gonna try this up in a full plank, okay? I would recommend being at least hip width apart with your feet, if not wider. If you feel your pelvis rotating, widen your feet even more. So let's come on back with one hand on the floor, and then you're gonna come up to your straight legs, and we're gonna go right away for our 4 push-ups. Here we go. 4, keep the roller steady. 3, 2, now here's the fun, switch right away, keep your knees up, just pass it to the other hand and go for 4, 3, drive those hips forward, 2, 1, let's do one more set on either side. Drop to your knees if you need to. 4, 3, ooh, we got this. 2, 1, pass to the other hand for 4. Down, up, good. 3, 2, 1, and then you can rest all the way down. Oh, amazing. Okay, roll your shoulders out a little bit. We are going to end with a little hamstring stretch. Since we did those nice kind of bridges a minute ago, we're going to end giving our hammies a little bit of love. So come down onto your back, have your feet up on the roller. Leave your left foot on it. Lift your right leg up to tabletop and grab on behind your thigh. Try to be as neutral as possible. And then nice and easy, you're just going to straighten both legs. The roller is going to push forward. And then bend both legs to come back. And then again, reach out. And then in. Good. Providing a little bit of pull with the arms, depending on how much stretch that hamstring can handle. If you feel like you could have a little deeper stretch, maybe hold on to your calf or your ankle, and that'll crank up the intensity big time. Good, but just try to mobilize, open up those legs. Let's do one more time. Good, and then switch sides. New foot down, other leg up, and then stretch and bend. Good, you don't even have to hold the stretch particularly long. Just kind of find it and then back out of it. Find it and in. Good, 2 more. Last one. Ah, so good. Okay, with that, we are all done with today's foam roller Mat Pilates workout. I hope you loved it. And I can't wait to see you back here on the mat with me for our next workout very soon. So I will see you then. Bye. You did it. Way to go on completing today's workout. I hope you feel amazing. If you want to see even more from Real Good Pilates, click the link down below or right up here to head to my website and claim your 7-day free trial for the Real Good Pilates on-demand subscription platform, where you'll find even more fun and challenging ways to work out with me that are all completely ad-free. Plus tons of subscription exclusive workouts that you won't find anywhere else. So I hope you'll try it out, and I can't wait for you to join me for even more Real Good Pilates. I'll see you over there. Bye.